How's it going, guys? I'm the Gaming Updater, but you can call me TK. The next-gen consoles have been out for a year now, and there's just been a bit of talk throughout the back streets of the gaming community about the games that are coming out on them and how they're not exactly revolutionary yet. A good example, just to explain what I mean, is, say, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. As good a game, as awesome a game as it was, especially when it came out on current gen, it was released with the next gen consoles, and the next gen version wasn't all that different. And the games that have been coming out even up till now still aren't all that revolutionary. And that's not to say all of them are crap and that games are crap. They're still a big step forward. But why not? When are they going to become completely next gen? When are they going to become what we've all been waiting for and been super excited about? And that's what I wanted to talk about today. So just to get straight into it, I want to begin with classifying next gen. What makes the console next gen? What makes everything next gen about it? And I've numbed it down into three simple topics. The first one, graphics, and that's simply how good the game looks. And that to me is the one that they've nailed best thus far. A year into the next gen consoles, the games do look immaculate at the moment. The second is gameplay, and that is how smooth are the games, the amount of animations, the size of the game, loading times, things like that. And those are the things that really come down to RAM and processing power and things like that. And last but not least, on what is next-gen community, and that is the online aspects and the sharing and social interactions, things that make the console special and better than the last-gen consoles. So they're the three topics that I've sort of numbed next-gen gaming into: graphics, gameplay, and community. However, I don't really want to talk about the consoles themselves, more about the games that are coming out of them. So that really numbs it down into more graphics and gameplay. So there are a few issues that are stopping next-gen games from becoming completely next-gen. The first is the amount of platforms that they have to make a game for. So, for instance, if you've got a game that's coming out on both PlayStation and Xbox, and you want it to be cross-gen, or it's going to be cross-gen, then you're going to be making a game for at least 4 different consoles, and that's the PS3, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and the PS4. Plus, you've got games such as Watch Dogs, which are coming out on the Wii U, that might be coming out on the Wii U and the Wii, and maybe even some handheld devices and things like that. Games like WWE, which are like that. And to make games to do that, you're going to be using one engine basically to run your game throughout, and that's to save time. If you want to be making them within a year or two of each other. And plus, if you want to do that, you need a lot of money, and that's just to keep it all within the one engine as well. So you're limiting yourself to that one core element of the game, which is sort of restricting next-gen gaming into that one small space. Another problem is the major one would be room for improvement. And so that is, I'll explain that with, say, NBA 2K. Let's say that they spend loads of time making a game that's only coming out on Xbox One and PS4, and they use every possible element of the PS4 and the Xbox One that makes it special and that makes it awesome. If they use all of these elements in one big go and create a spot-on game that uses everything that the next gen has to offer, then they've got nowhere to go. And within a year, then they have to make another game to come out. They've got nothing they can improve on, then no one's going to be excited for the next game. They're just going to spend the next 4 years of this console generation with one game until the next gen comes out and they can finally improve again. My point being, you need to have that space to grow, otherwise people are not going to buy your game. And that's what it all comes back down to into one big... In reality, companies don't care who you are as long as you're buying their game. As long as you're giving them money, they don't give a rat's ass. And so where's console gaming heading in the future? Where are consoles heading? How long will it be until games are properly next gen? My guess, when it comes to games, I would say roughly around the end of next year, maybe the start of 2016, when games such as Battlefront and all that are coming out. Once some series such as the Borderlands current gen series ends, and more companies start making less cross-gen games and putting all their effort into next-gen gaming, then we'll see a big rise. Once a few companies start making those amazing games, then more companies will follow, more games will rise, and you'll see an almost exponential growth in the quality of games, just so that the gaming companies can stick within the market with each other. The cross-gen games are really, I think, is the major limiting thing. Gary Napper from the Creative Assembly of Alien Isolation said, as a game designer, the core experience always comes first to me. Before worrying about things you can add for each platform or how you can take advantage of platform-specific stuff, the core game is the same. The only difference is the graphical quality and fidelity. So that it's the one thing that's sort of limiting gaming companies from making an entirely next-gen games. Also, once the actual consoles themselves are more settled in, look at like the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are copping all these massive updates. Even up till now, we're still a year in. We're a year in, and there's still these major changes coming through into the consoles. So once they sort of calm down and once they stop, and we have a more settled and simple, realistic goal for console gaming, then it'll be a lot easier to create an amazing next-gen game for them. But even in saying that, technology is just growing faster and faster, and as we become more and more advanced, the consoles' generations will be becoming smaller and smaller as we have to build more and more hardware for them to get any more impressive to keep up with the times. And thus, my guess is, I think there'll probably only be, 2 console generations left. There's console gaming doesn't really have anywhere to go, and it won't have anywhere to go within a few years. And thus, I reckon 2 generations, and then they'll have to come up with something else. So, for instance, Microsoft might make a television that you simply buy a controller for. Something they can easily update with sort of almost like a PC. But if they want to keep up with themselves, they're going to have to be building a lot faster. But next-gen gaming is coming. We simply have to wait. Thanks, guys. I'm the Gaming Updater, but you can call me TK. Catch you later. TK out.